Kings and Queens, what's up? It's your boy King J, and we're back with another reaction video. And y'all gotta forgive me. I just got done doing a sad reaction video to WWE people that got released. So if my energy is kind of down, like I'm sorry. I'm just, like I said, I'm sad. Anyways, in this video, we're gonna be watching Lambo owner outplays officer with professionalism. If y'all haven't heard, this channel is called Audit to Audit. Or Audit the Audit, and I've been watching these videos for a couple of months now, and they've been giving me insight on how to play things, like laws and all this type of stuff. Like it's really good stuff. So this one, we're gonna see how this Lambo owner outplays the officer with professionalism. Hopefully we use some of these tactics when we get pulled over, things like that. If some things are unjust, we'll know how to counteract that. We'll know the laws and be up to date with things and stuff like that, so they won't be able to get over on us. Like, I wish I had videos, but I broke my old phone recently. I broke my new phone recently, so I had to go back to an old one. I had this video of a police officer who, we're not even gonna get into that. All right. Anyways, we're gonna watch this. So without further ado, let's get it.
Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers auto insurance, officer ego, and international drivers, and is brought to us by Daily Driven Exotics' channel. Be sure to check out the description below and give them the credit that they deserve.
Okay, so if y'all watched any of my past videos, I think one of the very first reactions I did, it was like supercar owners versus police. And Daily Driven Exotics was like, they're the people that I did the reaction video to. I've been watching a lot of their videos, no matter if it was racing, no matter if it was like just things about their cars or them versus police. Like Daily Driven Exotics, amazing. I'll also put their video, put their channel down in the description down below. I'll put the original video link down in the description down below. I'll put Audit the Audit's channel, in the description down below also. So, yeah.
Let's dive right in and audit the interaction. In early December of 2019, Canadian YouTuber, entrepreneur, and exotic car enthusiast Damon Fryer was driving through the city of Costa Mesa, California, where he was stopped by Officer Torres of the Costa Mesa Police Department. Mr. Fryer regularly travels from Canada to California to film videos about exotic cars for his YouTube channel, and has had several encounters with California law enforcement.
And I mean several. Like, several isn't even the word. I would say hundreds of encounters.
This interaction began as a minor traffic violation, but touches on many legalities that Mr. Fryer often encounters while stopped by California officers as a foreigner.
Is your license, registration, and insurance, please?
I think I've actually seen this video before. It's like he was in such a rush to get his stuff, and he didn't answer any of his questions and things like that, if I remember correctly. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can't stop in the middle of the road. That's impeding traffic.
Okay.
You have the registration insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, look for the registration. This is registration?
Yeah, that's it.
How about insurance? You got that?
That's all there. That's one piece.
Show me, because I've never seen this one.
That's all of it. Insurance, registration, everything.
Show me where the insurance is, though.
What do you mean?
Point out what is what. This is a fancy car, so this shows that it's registration.
Yeah, and it also is insured by the same company.
Can you show me where the company is? Because I need to list that on my ticket.
Where the company is?
Yeah.
I believe it's all this. I mean, I'm not an insurance company. I'm not really sure.
Okay. I don't see that there's any insurance information here, so you'll be getting cited for that too, okay?
Here you go. Is it, maybe this is it? This guy's in a good mood.
The insurance industry has long been a staple of the American economic system and has roots stretching back to the pre-Constitution era. In 1752, Benjamin Franklin founded the Philadelphia Contributorship for the insurance of houses from loss by fire, which is still America's oldest and continuously operating insurance company. It was Travelers Insurance Company who issued the very first auto insurance policy in the U.S. in 1898 to a doctor named Truman J. Martin of Buffalo, New York. That first policy gave Dr. Martin $5,000 in liability coverage and cost him $12.25. In 1925, Massachusetts passed the first legislation requiring automobile insurance for drivers as a prerequisite to registering a vehicle. For over 30 years, Massachusetts was the only state in America with a compulsory auto insurance law requiring insurance before registration. Under the Financial Responsibility Article of Division 7 of the California Vehicle Code, drivers must produce evidence of financial responsibility for the vehicle that is in effect at the time the demand is made by an officer. However, investigating whether a vehicle is properly insured cannot be the sole purpose for a stop. The language of the law does not elaborate on the abundance of variables associated with the practical enforcement of the code, and it is likely that much of the procedure and technicalities of enforcement are subject to the interpretation of a court. Due to the vagueness of the code, Officer Torres was likely within his authority to issue Mr. Fryer a citation for not producing his proof of insurance upon demand, but whether or not the citation would hold up in court is questionable at best. Mr. Fryer eventually located the correct document and presented it to the officer.
So I found my insurance. It's sitting there on the hood of the police officer's car.
Hey, Damon, we got a little problem, man. Your license, you don't have a license.
I do have a license.
In California, you don't have a license.
100% I do. I've been through this like 5 times. My attorney's dealt with it a million times.
I just ran you, it's not issued.
What's that?
I just ran you, and it states that none was issued ever to you.
I'm not from California. I'm a tourist. I'm Canadian. You're holding a Canadian license. I also just gave you my insurance, and your aggressive manner is very unprofessional.
You didn't give me your insurance at all.
You gave me less time to look it up and figure it out. I'm not an insurance agent. Okay. This is a new car. I put it on your vehicle right
Hold
there.
on, let me talk now.
Okay, absolutely.
You kept insisting that the piece of paper you gave me had both. I go, I don't see it.
That's what I thought it was.
Okay. Well, then don't think. That's when people get into trouble, when they start thinking. You understand?
I 100% watched this one before. This officer.
Really?
So you never gave me.
That's your advice. Don't think.
Okay. Yeah. Don't think.
The utter nonsense of Officer Torres's words speak for itself, and Mr. Fryer does an excellent job of challenging the officer's conduct while remaining calm and not allowing the officer's outbursts to intimidate or anger him.
Why are you so aggressive?
How am I aggressive?
You're like barking at me.
I'm not barking at you.
You just did.
You're putting words into my mouth.
I'm not putting anything in your mouth.
I'm recording you too, so so you can put the camera down. If you want the recording, I can get it for you.
I record this for my own evidence.
Okay.
Officers all the time have misinformation. You're telling me I don't have a license. I have a license.
They just told me you don't have a license.
What's that?
They just told me you don't have a license.
I'm Canadian. You're holding my license. I don't understand how the system here is so archaic that this information's
There's another one. 529 Mike to Sound 51.
Hey, Dave, you can't stop in the middle of the road. Keep going. I let him know.
Do you know which class this license is? A, B, C, or D? Or
ours is a 5.6. I also hold a motorcycle license.
I don't know what that is.
A motorcycle?
5.6. Is that a commercial license?
It is not.
What color hair do you have?
Brown.
Color eyes?
Blue.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
What do you weigh?
235 pounds.
Vehicle's registered to you?
Yes, sir, to a corporation that we own.
Too many numbers.
Excuse me?
Way too many numbers.
What is?
This thing. It's got too many numbers, the address.
According to the police officer, there's too many numbers.
At this point in the interaction, Officer Torres is unable to ascertain whether Mr. Fryer has a license or not. He appears confused on how to structure the citation and is unable to process Mr. Fryer's address within the police database. Instead of deferring to a colleague or supervisor who may know more about the legalities of international travelers, Officer Torres decides to continue to process the stop unassisted to the best of his ability. The slightest clerical errors can render a citation invalid, and given that Officer Torres was unable to make sense of much of the information he received from Mr. Fryer, there is a high probability that there are many errors on the citation he issued. Although it is unknown whether or not this particular citation contained errors, I'm making this point because it is always a good idea to carefully review a citation before paying a fine or contesting a charge in court.
I've already had this before. The whole, you don't have a license here.
Canada driver's license? You don't have a... Where's your California driver's license? Okay, so you need a California driver's license to drive in California.
No, you don't.
Are you a tourist?
Yes.
Okay, do you have your passport with you?
Yeah.
You actually do need it, just so you know.
No, you don't.
Okay, we'll find out right now.
Sure.
From Canada?
Yeah.
All right, do you have your passport?
Yeah.
State of California?
Yeah.
You have to, you have 10 days
For what?
for your license to be valid.
In 1949, one of the most obscure Geneva Conventions took place and focused on developing international safety standards for road traffic. A major element of the convention was the creation of an international driving permit, as well as cross-border recognition of foreign driver's licenses. The convention held that all parties involved in the agreement would allow foreigners to drive in their country with the license issued by their homeland, as long as the license is written in English. The road safety agreement was later replaced by the 1968 Vienna Convention, but the United States chose not to commit to the new treaty, although it is still bound by the standards of the 1949 agreement. California Vehicle Code 12502 adheres to the standards of the 1949 convention and dictates that any non-resident over the age of 18 years who possesses a valid driver's license issued by a foreign country may drive on California roads freely. The law that the officers are referring to, California Vehicle Code 12504, only applies to non-resident drivers over the age of 16 years, but under the age of 18 years, who are a resident of a foreign jurisdiction. Not only are the officers mistaken about the California licensing codes, but they are also undermining the authority of an international treaty that has been standing for over half a century.
So you're gonna ignore me. Sign here.
No. I was just looking the other way.
Okay. You get a citation for impeding traffic.
Okay, and I apologize for that, just so you know.
No worries. I don't know if you heard me when I said, hey, you can't stop, you gotta get going, you gotta get going. You completely ignored me, that's why I'm talking to you right now.
Oh, I wasn't trying to ignore you. I couldn't hear you at first, and then when you said get going, I moved.
I said, you gotta get going. I go, you're blocking traffic. You're like, I think it just went, okay?
All right, I apologize.
No worries, take care of yourself.
Have a good evening.
After dissolving the tension and issuing Mr. Fryer a citation for impeding traffic, Officer Torres leaves the scene without further incident. Unlike some of his prior interactions with California officers, Mr. Fryer was allowed to drive away, despite not having a California driver's license. Overall, Officer Torres gets a C-, because although he was within his authority to stop Mr. Fryer for impeding traffic, he failed to conduct this stop in a professional manner and display a fundamental understanding of California Vehicle Code. Like so many of his peers before him, Officer Torres was unable to check his ego at the door of his patrol car and allowed his emotions to cloud his judgment. Luckily for Mr. Fryer, Officer Torres chose to back down from the license dispute and focus on the impeding traffic charge. In previous encounters with California officers, Mr. Fryer had his high-value supercar impounded after a heated verbal exchange. Other than being mistaken about international driving laws and behaving unprofessionally, Officer Torres remained within the bounds of his authority, but a shred of patience from the officer would have significantly altered the tone and outcome of this interaction. Mr. Fryer gets an A+. For remaining calm and cooperative throughout the interaction and challenging the officer's logic and authority in a manner that was both peaceful and assertive. It is often difficult to balance verbally confronting an officer with remaining emotionally vigilant, but Mr. Fryer displayed a degree of professionalism that Officer Torres could take notes from. Mr. Fryer was able to remain calm through the officer's angry outbursts, but Officer Torres became enraged at any minor inconvenience or misunderstanding. I commend Mr. Fryer's ability to mentally compartmentalize his conversational ability and emotional status. And the fact that Mr. Fryer has demonstrated this attitude through multiple police encounters is that much more impressive. A link to Mr. Fryer's YouTube channel is in the description below, and I highly recommend checking out his other interactions, as well as his normal supercar content. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.
Alright guys, so that was that. I hope y'all learned something, because I did. I personally plan on moving to California within the next year or so. So, I mean, I'm not international, but there's still a lot of things that I don't know about certain state laws and things like that. So, and a lot of his videos happen to take place when he gets pulled over in like California and things like that. So, but like I said, the link to Daily Driven Exotics channel will be in the description down below. The link to Audit the Audits channel will be in the description down below. The link to the original video will be in the description down below. So if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up. If y'all don't like the video, hit the thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button. Comment what y'all want to see me react to next down below. And hit the notification bell so y'all never miss a video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.